What is the network service at your community? Do you feel the smoothness of call? Oh, yeah, call out. Feel the smoothness of the call. That is the reason why the PAC, that is the Public Accounts Committee, invited Honorable Sam George, Sam Nartey George, bro, to come and then do accountability. And sana time no krason. I'm a mabeka say yeshe Sam Nartey George. So he should come and then do accountability for them to know that the network service now enko. What is wrong with them? What is wrong with MTN? What is wrong with Telecel? What is wrong with Airtel? What is wrong with Glo? What is wrong with whatever network service we have in the community? And yesterday, me say crashes, crashes. People were referring 10 years ago, decades, bro, 10 years ago. And then the Pokronson also a finance minister 10 years ago is the my own reference, because when you are about to do reference, bro, I was starting I have to start explaining things. So I have to cut your mouth. I have to let you stop what you are about to say. Honorable Asei-Asare, Abena Osei-Asare, and Samuel Nartey George, Obi and Chimo, Obi and Kasa. Let me walk you through, because the minutes of the video is too long. I think 8 minutes, 20 seconds. It's so long, bro. But I want to walk you through like we could smoke. I want to take you go. I want to walk you through. Let's go.
In 2016, to deal with increasing growth in the market, MTN rolled out 134 new sites. And when we say sites, those are like what gives the connectivity, 134. In 2017, it went up to 352. In 2018, 300. In 2019, 352. In 2020, 200. 2021, 120. 2022, 343. 2023, 350. 2024, 30. 2025, which was last year, they did only 50 sites. With our directive this year, they are doing 800 new sites.
So with this, Sam George is trying to compare the site they are rolling this year to the site they rolled 8 years ago. Sorry, 10 years ago, right? Yeah, I'm not 8 years into 2 years, 10 years ago. The site they are rolling now, 800 and something, no, to the site they rolled, okay, come boom for that, 2016 to 2023, no. Okay, can you now boom? I'm not sure, say, bet me a 1,000 cra. And what they are rolling right now, 800 and something there. Not just say he's comparing the Akufo-Addo government to the John Mahama's government. Saying he said the Mahama's government right now, no site of move rolling quite a top notch. It is here, and the site they rolled 10 years ago, no, and also waha. And Miss Abena Osei-Asare, at that point, she was, supposed to say something to back whatever that he is saying, at least. So I'm back in the crana. On also one can be between contract with Adena Sam George Ekano. But she started a new topic, driving them away from what he was saying, from what Sam George was referring. She was also complaining that at her constituency, bro, untimi make a call. You can't make a call into a so drastic. A man constituency for no, they are complaining. And then she's complaining, say the infrastructure that they are building is not enough, like the money that they come, the income revenue na MTN for nyano. Sikana omunya free users for no. The infrastructure now more building. That is not what was supposed to be built. And then I concord with that, because tell the MTN them they make money, bro. Omunya sika. So the infrastructure now mobile also mobile the top notch. They are not supposed to wait for the minister to say add something like this. Our people are going through something like this. We are doing something like this. They were supposed to do things on their own. And then this is what she said.
The monies that they get from users, is it commensurate with the infrastructure that they are building? Absolutely no.
Madam Chair.
Minister, absolutely no.
Madam Chair.
I understand that. But you see, for them to sit and enjoy the increase in users and then wait over a period of time before the minister says, add on this, add on that. All these monies that they were enjoying,
Madam Chair,
couldn't they have on their own increased these user sites that you are talking about? This is not good enough, Minister. We expect something to be done, and we expect it to be done sooner than, they are talking about. Because now it is really, really bad.
Madam
In
Chair.
my constituency, Minister, it's like you just cannot make an MTN call.
Madam Chair, we are dealing with a decade of rot and lack of action. And
So what Miss Asare is saying right now, me, I feel like Sam George is not in the position to answer that question. All right, because a question you are asking is like you're asking the MTN people. Say, I didn't think I'm for BBC in count. Because the MTN is supposed to answer this question. You people are making money. So why are you not adding these infrastructures to the thing, to the service that you are providing outside there? But instead, you are asking Sam George there, because he is telling them. And he says, this question now. How do you expect him to answer? And then at the end of the day, she's not also allowing Sam George to talk. I said, or can the and then Samuel Nartey George. Okumjata will never allow you to no. This man will also fight back because I say so Omiana Noa at the end of the day Ghanaians are going to say he didn't speak. And then when he also speaks, Ghanaians will also conclude by saying that he is arrogant. In your own funny arrogant is an kasa. Sam George was also defending, he said decades, bro, 10 years ago, rot now muyato. The messes now moye to and menses, missing messes, bro. MESS. The messes now moye gu on mono. Niamano moye gu a chile no man to me and solve the problem no. Onona banya ba. The proper government is back. And my papa basa or babe ye. So they should just sit back and then watch them do, because you can't say rot now we here 10 years ago, decades ago. No. You expect Sam George to use a few months to do it. That's what Sam George is saying.
No,
it will
Minister,
be fixed
just listen
in
to me.
6 months. I've
a
heard
decade of whatever it is, were they not being paid for the increase in users?
They were, but
They
there
were.
was someone who was also being paid to make policy decisions. It's
were.
a policy decision I have
No,
taken.
but as a private company on your own,
They are driven
you
by
look
profit.
at the quantum of monies that are coming in, and you don't even think that let me also improve my services to be, so that the users, the huge influx of users that are coming in can at least enjoy not anything exceptional, but basic services.
Madam Chair, I do not stand here to defend any of the telcos. However, the role in which I sit here to serve the Ghanaian people. Whoever sits as MD of MTN is thinking of his shareholding and his profit margins. And as every private business, not just MTN, Telisa, every private business will look at what they need to do to maximize profit within the legal regime.
But you maximize
For me,
profit,
what I have, and Madam Chair, the point I am making is that
commensurate
until,
with service.
and that is why you have a regulator. Regulators have a role to protect the customer by taking policy decision. You had a decade where there was poor leadership.
So Sam George was still emphasizing the fact that 10 years ago, we had poor government. That was the Akufo-Addo's government. The NPP's government was poor. Poor to the extent that they couldn't even provide up to 300 sites. Site Omuroli, yeah, within that 10 years, it wasn't up to 300. That was 223. 223. Now, so no, within this few months here, few years here, he's providing. I think he said 800 and something there. Now, so you guys are complaining now. What should he do? And then still repeating the fact that Akufo-Addo's government was poor. No, that made the chair so angry. Say, because if Sam George continues to talk, at the end of the day, she being the finance minister, serving as the Ministry of Finance, 10 years ago, not just a one-same answer, she has questions to answer. So she has to, put a stop to whatever that Sam George is saying, intrude in whatever Sam George is saying, so that as a communication into me is smooth. And as I would judge Sam George, he's going to intrude into matters. And then this is what was going on.
Over the decade, the average number of cell sites per year was 223 sites.
Minister,
and I'm saying to you that in this year alone,
and put blame on
Madam
policy
Chair,
makers or whoever it is. They themselves,
cannot-
as a company,
you cannot
also
absorb-
ought to do Yes, I'm saying it is neither here nor there, Minister.
The fact that you are not allowing the person to talk doesn't mean that you're winning. Okay, at least you've asked the question, so you should allow the person to answer the question. Why are you still intruding? Because I'm going to say, what about him? Inti, the open as he say, oh yeah, so I say, yeah, I say, you are the chair of the committee, and then you are asking a question. Oh, why is it that we have poor services? You sit down, you sit back, and then the person will answer the question. At the answering of the question, you will jot your things down. Say, "Oh, I'm not teaching you your job. Okay, I'm just saying what's on my mind." You just list what the person is saying. Okay, so as you were talking, you said something like this. What can BB say? What can BB say? What can BB say? Answer. Then Ghanaians will sit back and then enjoy the questions you are asking Sam George. But it's like you have an agenda. That's what I feel right now. You have an agenda that you don't want the person to talk, and this is what you do not to make the person talk, and it is somehow crazy. Moving forward, she was expecting them to move forward. As I said, moving forward earlier, she was expecting them to move forward. They should forget about what has happened 10 years ago. That's what Honorable Asare is saying. Say 10 years ago, as I mean, Sam George, you forget it, because at that point, it is back there, past. But you focus on the CA. Also, person focus on the CA. So that's a war. You're not willing to let the person talk there. Then I think say this is what they continue to talk about.
But all we are asking now is whatever has happened has happened.
Madam Chair, when you ask
moving
the
forward,
question,
Minister, please, moving forward, we want something done. We want some actions taken, and the actions should be taken quicker than
Chair,
what they have told you.
Madam Chair,
Minister, that's all we are saying.
Madam Chair, but you need to listen to me.
I understand
is
what
not
you are saying.
Sentiment.
Minister,
Engineering
it is
is
not
sentiment.
about sentiment. It is
I
about
have given a policy
in business. You look at the monies that are coming to you, and you ought to direct the services. The services that you are also giving. So that's all I'm saying, Minister. This is not monologue. No,
you've made
Ghanaians
your point. Can you listen
are
to me?
Sick and tired of the poor quality services that we are experiencing, and that's all we are saying, Minister. That is all we are saying. Maybe you think it is sentiment. It is not sentiment. It is the people of Ghana, the people in Etiwa East, who are complaining. We cannot even make calls, and it's serious. So that's all I'm saying, Minister. All I'm saying is that whatever it is that you have put in place, let them expedite action, because they are making so much in profits. When you look at their financial statements, you look at the profits coming from the Ghana company alone. It is so much money compared to what is coming from the other countries. And so we expect some level of services that will help all of us. And that is all I'm saying, Minister. Thank you very much.
The fact that Honorable Asare is, putting Ghana first is what I love, because she was complaining, said the network service is very poor. And then, Charlie, if you're in Ghana, you can go by that. Me say, Ndra say, you better upload the video. Official MC page, senior content creator. Studio on Timintana Hakran were uploading the video. He had to go out, roam about before he can be able to, upload his video. And then you see this kind of services, we have MTN as a top notch. When you talk about Telecel, at least we can, stop talking about it. But MTN, look at the margin, look at the kind of revenue, look at the kind of income they are having. Not in Ghana alone, bro. Not in Ghana alone, but outside, other countries. In Sika Munya, they were supposed to build a solid infrastructure for us. At least you feel the smoothness of the. Even if you're browsing and then you have some serious maybe you have to either stand up from where you are sitting or you raise your hand. Send your Obenya network so Honorable Asare putting Ghana first in this place, saying say so at least they should build the infrastructure before the Honorable starts to address that issue. I feel that part. I really, really feel that part.
Now, Chair.
Yes.
The point I'm simply making is that I won't sit here to justify anybody, but private businesses are about making profits, and those profits they paid to you over 8 years at the Finance Ministry as corporate taxes. Policy decision and policy leadership ought to make sure that we took steps to protect the customer. And I'm saying that we, under this reset agenda and under a responsible government, have done so.
Minister,
800.
we beg you.
No, Honorable, I'm
Minister,
also a
we
member
beg
of Parliament.
Responsible government say, I say, who did you tell me to man? I say, sir, any chance if you have some George Dibenyabia, he wants to downgrade the Akufo-Addo's government. The honorable won't also accept. You know, you have to know that your opposition is there. Your opposition is at that top seat. On the chairman for whatever that you're doing there. She is the chairman of the park. Indeed, if you are addressing the state, and can't say no money won any. Oh, is under responsible government. Now, Sam George. Can't say no man shema. Me na only say mass with the you know, some little anger issues. Now, why won't she also intrude in whatever that you're saying? At least go straight to your point. Oh, so Samuel George, I don't know why you're horrible. What could you be DM now? Was in Yamana and Yadi? Me, the main force, bro.
Don't do this.
Minister,
You don't have. You don't.
you.
Please, I am on the floor,
Minister,
Honorable.
I understand.
Let me make my point. No, you won't. You won't heckle me. Don't
I'm
play
not heckling
sentiments,
you, but we beg
Chairman.
you. Just go
Until
straight
and
to the point.
unless policy
And please,
decision is making,
we are tired of this
Honorable, you need to
politics,
rein
politics,
in the
politics.
honorable member. She's being
Yes.
unruly.
No.
You are being
Minister,
unruly, please. This is
Minister, you don't
unbecoming
have
of a
the
member of
floor.
Parliament. Please stop
Minister,
doing this.
listen, you don't have the floor.
No,
You
I
are
have
attending upon
the
us.
floor. No,
So
you have asked me a
respectfully,
question. I have the
Minister,
floor. You will let me
Minister,
answer the question.
Minister,
No,
just hold
no,
on.
you will let
This
me
is our
answer the
committee.
question. No, you won't do that, Abena. You won't do that today. Let me finish.
Minister, respectfully.
Let me
This is
finish.
our committee.
No,
You don't
have
tell
not
us what
brought-
you want to
no,
do.
But you've not brought me here to talk
Minister,
down on me as well.
Nobody is doing that
So
to you.
I listen to you
Minister,
go on. You will
nobody is
listen
doing
to
that
me as well.
Respectfully.
We have
respectfully,
asked
can you
them
turn
to
off
roll
your mic?
out. We have
Minister,
asked them.
respectfully, can you turn
The
off your
chair
mic?
gave me the floor, please.
Minister,
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 Honorable,
respectfully,
don't do this.
This is our
Don't do
committee.
this.
Minister, respectfully, I understand.
So if it's your committee, then don't invite us. But if you invite
Minister,
us and
it
you
is
ask
the
us
law.
a question,
Minister,
so if you ask us a
respectfully.
question, you listen to us as well.
Minister,
It's not a monologue.
respectfully.
So respectfully, let me land.
We will let you
We
land.
read
Just a
800
minute.
sites.
Minister, respectfully, we will let you land.
It's the same
Minister,
things you
we are
said.
not coming to repeat anything. Respectfully, we will let you land. Please.
So the fact that Sam George was, tagging the woman as unruly, and then the whole Ghanaians were like, Sam George is arrogant, Sam George is supposed to, calm down. Sam George is supposed to do this. But you see, you're not allowing me to talk. You've asked me a question and then you're not allowing me to talk. Even anywhere, everywhere, you're not supposed to. It is not supposed to be done anywhere. You ask a question, you sit back, and then the person will answer. You being top there, when also be a question, then someone at the lower bottom, and yes, Sam George is at the lower bottom, but easy. The person is there to answer questions, do accountability for you. That's the public accounts committee. So the person is there to. So this is not an exchange of words. That seat is not an exchange of. You don't have to exchange words with that person because at that time, you level again. You are at the top, and then the person is down there. So you have to let the person answer any question you have for the person. Nipa no beside the question and then the person answer. You ask another question, the person will answer. You ask another question, the person. So that's what made Sam George say the woman is being unruly because you've given me a floor to talk, and then at the end of the day you are intruding in whatever that I am saying. So Ghanaians say Sam George is arrogant. How he was also talking. You're being unruly. You're being unruly.
Minister, we understand you are in an important position. We understand the sensitive role that you play. When you come here and we address issues, it is not that we want to talk anybody down. Never. You and I, we go beyond this. We go beyond this. It is not that we want to talk anybody down. But Minister, the situation is serious. And that is all the sentiments I'm trying to carry across.
And that's the point I'm making. That serious situations require serious actions. We didn't see that for 10 years. And I'm saying to you that we've given a policy direction in January. On the back of our policy direction, MTN is rolling out 800 new sites. Telecel is rolling out 350 new sites. Between those two companies, you see 1,150 new sites. However, that's why I said to you that this is engineering and not sentiment.
Mama, this is our committee saying. This is our committee saying, like, the committee no more say ni pambra metanasi so that the person will do accountability for you. And then if you are saying it to the person's face, this is my committee, then that means that you are not inviting the person again, or you like you're not happy to invite the person in. All right, I can't tell you that this is my committee, so what I am saying here is final. No, this is a committee for the public, and then for the public, it's a democratic. Everybody has the opinion to talk. Everybody has a mindset to talk. Everybody has to make his or her own opinions. So if the person is there to answer questions. Why the network service is slow, you allow the person to answer. So the fact that unruly Nibamuno, that's what is making Ghanaians say Sam George is being arrogant here. But I think from every smoothness level, from every conversation they had, the woman was supposed to allow Sam George to talk, allow Sam George to answer the question. So at the end of the day, I don't think that Sam George was able to even give a reasonable something, because how can you give a reasonable answer to whatever you have to say?
When you ask an MNO to roll out a new site, there are steps that have to be taken. First and foremost, you need to do the acquisition of the site. Then you need to then make the requisition for the radio equipment and the cell sites. Those are not things that are, for want of a better phrase, in a supermarket that you just go and buy. You place an order with an OEM. The regulator, the NCA, is going through this process. Most of the MNOs are receiving their BTA devices between July and August. So yes, we have made the request. We have asked them to take the steps. They have taken the steps, but it takes time for the equipment to arrive in the country. And when the equipment arrives and they roll out the improvement, you would see the improvement in the network. But we cannot sit here. After 10 years of failing to take action, someone is taking action, and then you say that you want to see it as quickly as possible.
How many?
Is it the man sitting by the woman's left? Or no crowd? I said, "Ni amene kando crowd. Open tell grandma amene crowd kasa you why in the or change on kasa we na on do mic no Sam George and kasa. You see, at least you should allow the person to talk. And then Ghanaians are tagging Sam George as arrogant over here. So I don't know what you also think about whatever that happened yesterday at the park. That's the public account committee. Whatever that happened there, what is your opinion? Do you think Sam George is being arrogant by saying he said the woman is unruly, or you think say Honorable Asare is supposed to Abena Osei-Asare is supposed to allow Sam George to answer the question and sit back, watch him answer the question? What's your opinion? Let me know your opinion under the comment section. Name is and has always been your Rapture. Subscribe to the channel. Put us on post notifications so that anytime we drop another video, you will be first to have it. Let me catch you up in the next episode. I'm out.